is Roby. We're the caretakers for the Solar Living Institute. It's the non-profit portion of the site that's located here. Real Goods is the for-profit enterprise that basically sells all sustainable products and renewable energy solar panels. But the Solar Living Institute is the educational branch, and in that aspect we hold workshops and training for renewable energy, design, install solar, and then also all your sustainable workshops, bio-intensive gardening, dynamic gardening. We did a beekeeping workshop, biodiesel, how to make your own fuel. So it runs the whole gamut, almost in a sense, all of your permaculture aspects, natural building workshops. We have one this weekend on straw bale, then we're going to do cob structures in a week. So that's the whole aspect of what the Solar Living Institute is about. And it's basically to inspire and bring about sustainability through education.
I'm Roby Snow, and I'm one of the caretakers here for the Solar Living Institute. My wife and I help manage the intern project here. And I was just going to tell you a little bit about this site. It's a 12-acre site. It's right on the 101, just south of Ukiah in Hopland, California. And it's a completely flat site. There's the Felice Creek and the Russian River that are kind of on our boundaries, the highway. There's a wood mill to the north of us, and then a non-sustainable vineyard to the south of us. And it was a Caltrans construction yard, 12-acre flat brown field. There was one tree here, and one of John's employees found this site. They decided he wanted to build this beautiful park-like oasis setting as a format for his store, and then later for the Institute. And that's where we have interns that live down in the intern village down here. You can see the Solar 2000 solar array here. It's enough energy to power 40 homes. It's 132 kilowatts. It's grid tied, so it basically ties right back into the grid, and then we get the revenue from that, and more than pays for everything here on this site. This is what's called the intern or the volunteer village, and we have a lot of volunteers that come through the summer and do work trade for workshop time. There's all these different sustainability workshops, and they'll do some other skill to help us on site, and then they get time to take a workshop, and they either tent camp or have RVs or whatnot, and they stay here. That's a little shower house that has some natural lime plaster on the side, and it's just some reclaimed tile mosaic on the front. This is actually a cob structure that it's in progress right now. It's a kitchen building, and it's got a green roof on one end. Cob is a mix of clay, straw, and sand, and it's built up, and it's very little timber, just the plate and the corners. The rest of it's a cob structure like you'd see in Africa or something. It's monolithic, very sturdy, very good insulation. We have an example of the teepee, and this is called the tiny house. This is where my wife and I live. We're actually doing a blog called 96 Square Feet, and it's just a 8x12 trailer, and everything that you see there is either eco-friendly, donated, or reclaimed material that we've built with the interns here since we've been here in part of last year, and we just moved it to this site. And we can take a look at that if you want.
Okay. Ready? Yeah. This is based off of the plans from the Tumbleweed House. The gentleman who started that company is from Sebastopol, and he donated the plans for it. And it's basically a home that can be built on a trailer. This was just all reclaimed from our site, but the really cool thing on the exterior is we painted this with a natural paint. So it's just a milk-based paint and dirt from the local area that we basically put through some hot water in a press and then mixed it in with the milk paint and a little bit of lime. And so we were able to paint all of the house with the natural paint. And that's just some leftover bamboo from the site. And then also some of the wood on there is from the lumber mill next door.
Thank you for letting us look inside your home.
You're welcome. This is a solar panel that a gentleman donated. We made a little desk out of it. It's going to have a window seat. It's got some storage underneath it here. We're going to do a wood burning stove right here for the winter. We've got a little closet. It's made out of bamboo. All this cedar paneling was donated by our neighbor, a sawmill just to the north of us. It was just an old scrap piece of a pallet of lumber.
Underneath is just old Real Good signs that we use to block off the wheel wells.
We're still under construction, but so this is our kitchen. We got a little sink, fridge, 2-burner propane stove, a little shower. This is natural pigment lime plaster and some reclaimed tile compost toilet. And we're still just finishing up the lime plaster, so that'll be good to go.
And then up there is the loft. I don't know if you can really see.
This ladder, and there's a loft. It's just a little sleeping loft, and that's all you need, really.
Yeah, so my name is Sarah Meyer. I'm the site manager here at the Solar Living Institute. I've been here, this is my 3rd year now. So I'm in charge of the maintenance and some development, redevelopment of the 12 acres here, the permaculture demonstration site. We're on I would call the north end of the property, the more passive side of the Solar Living Center. People can just sort of wander, and we encourage the wandering. As you can see, we don't have many laid out paths. It's just sort of some grassy areas and some gardens, Mediterranean gardens that have fruit, possibly just some shade to take cover in the hot Hopland sun. There are the weeping willows over the pond. You can see there, a really nice source of shade as well. So permaculture being, catering to people and the environment at the same time. So the plants that were designed into this site were really catering to us, to people, and what our needs might be. So food, fiber, shelter. We have a bamboo grove. That's a form of shelter, growing your own shelter.
And so the pond here, tell us how that works for your overall water needs.
Yeah, so the ponds are actually supplied in the winter by rain. So this year we had about 40 inches of rainfall during the season, which has been spectacular. And then we'll irrigate out of the ponds to supply water in the dry season. It's pretty simple. So it's a form of really good form of rain catchment. Instead of buying cisterns, building cisterns, what have you, it's a more natural form of rainwater catchment.
Okay, I'm going to pan around and I'm going to get you so everybody can see this really bright person I'm talking to. There we go.
Can you see me?
Yes, and you are very photogenic. Thank you for the interview. I hope this helps people. This has been an amazing experience for us.
Yeah, you're welcome.